Assessing public opinion and the effectiveness of claims is the next stage of the social problems process. This stage is public reaction. Public opinion is considered by many to be the product of claims making and media coverage of social problems. Many techniques are used for measuring polls. Essentially, surveys, focus groups, and other interviews are the most common methods. The Ukiah Food Bank relies on the goodwill of the public to supply donations and monetary support for their goal. Public opinion has not always been 100% positive, and a complaint against the food bank was filed at the state level in 2012 to 2013. The 2012-2013 grand jury received complaints from clients who use Mendocino County food banks. The complaints alleged that workers were taking food meant for low-income clients. The grand jury learned that 95% of the workers and volunteers are also clients. In Ukiah, the workers and volunteers received their allotment first, creating the perception of stealing and or favoritism. The grand jury determined food loss through pilferage was negligible and not an issue. However, the grand jury decided to conduct an in-depth investigation of the food banks, focusing on the needs of county residents, the accomplishments and difficulties of running food banks, and to gain knowledge on the general operations. The agencies that managed Fort Bragg, Willits, and Ukiah cooperated with the grand jury's investigation and provided information on their operations and funding. Following the conclusion of the grand jury's inquiry, the food bank was cleared of any wrongdoing, and there has since been no negative public reaction to the Ukiah Community Center. Policymaking is an integral part of maintaining operational status, as well as the next stage in the social problems process, as devised by Joel Best. Supplemental nutrition assistance programs are a program run through the USDA and is designed to alleviate food insecurity among low-income persons. This is just one example of policies as they are created at upper levels. Policymaking begins at the federal level and is designed by agencies such as the USDA. Once established, the bureaucratic apparatus disseminates the new policies down to the local levels. After designing the policies, they then must be implemented by people at the local level. The Food and Nutrition Services have put together a research and evaluation plan. These new policies are to be implemented within the 2016 fiscal year and range from studies on technology modernization for SNAP benefit redemption to the evaluation of improved elderly access. The Ukiah Food Bank deals with these processes on a direct level as they are mandated to implement these policies that are developed. The Ford Street Project is the parent company for the food bank and is self-governing. To this effect, they develop their own policies in-house and enforce them in-house. Social problems work. This is the actuality of implementing policy. This is a shift in focus to the micro-sociological perspective. The focus is now on the dynamics of the interactions between individual social problems workers and their particular subjects. This is where the rubber meets the road, as social workers perform their duties and interface with those that need their help. Our anecdotes are gathered here, and finally, a human voice can be heard, vastly different from that headline font or Google search parameter. There is no more human or direct place for social problems work than within the close confines of the Ukiah Food Bank. The activists and social workers are one and the same at this level, handing out food to the clients, interacting directly with those they are serving. After these new policies are in place, the final phase of Best's constructivist method of social problems process is to evaluate